You ever love a gun so much you almost don't want to change it, but you know you kind of have to? I love my Glock 19X. I've said it before, it's my favorite Glock.
The Glock 19X is my absolute favorite Glock. It's my favorite Glock that they ever made. I love the way it looks, I love the way it feels in my hand, I love the way it shoots.
But as much as I love it, I've always felt like it was a little stuck in the past. It didn't have the one thing that now every modern handgun has, which is a slide cutout for a red dot. And yeah, I fought it for a while. I told myself, I don't need a red dot. I'm good with my irons. And I actually did videos about this and journaling my process from going to very anti-red dot on my handguns to now being pretty much pro. But the truth is, once you get used to red dots, going back feels like trying to text on a flip phone. It works. It works. But why? Red dots can make you faster if you train to use them correctly. They make you more accurate if they're zeroed properly, especially at distances of like 15 to 20 yards. That's not long range, but it's far enough to matter in a self-defense situation. And red dots at that distance, using iron sights, it could be rather challenging to have a very accurate shot. Whereas with the red dot, there's something about that red dot that just makes you way more confident at pulling the trigger when you know you have the shot versus irons, which sometimes makes me feel like I'm guessing. And being able to shoot confidently at those ranges matter. So one of the beautiful things about red dots is that they give you the ability to acquire your target a lot quicker once you start training to it and it becomes comfortable. But also it gives you the benefit of having a low light option no matter what. You see, yes, iron sights do have night sights, but even better than that is going to be a bright red dot that can adjust to different environments. Because I got to tell you, some night sights just really honestly kind of suck. And then on top of that, you don't have to focus on getting the rear and then the front of the gun to match and then get on target. No, with the red dot, you just put it on target, pull the trigger, and you're good. And so that's a beautiful thing about red dots that I absolutely love. Then, for those of you out there who are old and going blind, right? That iron sight starts getting a little difficult to pick up, just a little bit. But with a red dot, all those issues kind of go away. Now, I tried to fix the problem with my 19X by buying a Glock 45 MOS. Basically the same idea, just with the ability to mount a red dot, but it wasn't the same. Something about the Glock 19X just feels different. It feels better. It balances better, it shoots better. It just works for me. I talked about this in the video. I don't know why. I've been trying to figure out ways to explain it, but I just can't. The thing is, Glock didn't make the 19X with a red dot cut. So unless I wanted to live with the MOS system, which isn't bad by any stretch of imagination, it just wasn't the 19X, the only option is to basically me start drilling into my slide myself like a lunatic. So I was kind of stuck until I found out about a company called CNH Precision. You see, CNH Precision reached out to me and said, hey, we offer the service where we can mill the slides on guns for people who have guns that don't have the ability to have red dots on them. You see, CNH Precisions do slide milling really clean, very professionally, and I don't mean just Glock slides. They'll do just about any slide you've got. So the way it works is you send them your slide, not your whole gun, just the slide. They'll cut it, clean it, finish it, Cerakote it, even mount the optic if you send that to them as well. But when you get it back, all you have to do is throw it on your frame, and then you're good. It was a pretty damn straightforward process. You see, I sent in my Glock 19X, but I also sent in my Springfield TRP 1911, which had the same problem. I love this little gun, but it was never designed to run a red dot. Now, the new TRPs, which I already did a video about, those actually come milled with the slide, but do you know how many people out there have old TRPs that don't have a milling on their slide to be able to put a red dot on there? It's quite a few, which is why this company wants to get the message out. But see, this one didn't have it. So I said, okay, I'll send you my Glock 19X and I'll send you my Springfield TRP. And when I get it back, If I like what I see, I'm gonna do a video about it because I think there are more people out there than people realize who are looking to have the ability to run a red dot on guns that didn't have the ability to run red dots on them before. Now that I have it back, this TRP feels a lot different than what I had it before, largely because I'm not interfacing with iron sights anymore. I'm interfacing with a red dot. I've got the modded benefits of a red dot with the old school reliability, and I feel like I really love it. It is essentially the best of both worlds. But again, it's a little bittersweet because, like I said before, the new TRPs have the ability to mount a red dot on them. The old ones, not so much though. So there's that kind of bittersweet aspect to it. They'll do more than just red dot cuts. You want serrations? They can do that too. You want window cuts to reduce the weight or just make it look more aggressive? Done. You want a custom finish? They've got that too. It's not just cosmetic. This is practical performance work for people who bought their guns before the red dot craze took over or who just don't like the MOS system. CNH gives you options. The turnaround time is decently fast. Average time is about 2 weeks. I've had my guns back for a while now, and I can tell you, it was pretty damn worth it. I don't have to compromise. I can get to run my favorite guns with the setup I want, and honestly, that's kind of what it's all about when it comes to your gun of choice. So if you've got guns you love but wish they could do more, check out CNH Precision. I did, and now I get to carry and shoot my favorite guns the way I want to. Well, I don't really ever carry this because I did a whole video about why I don't see this as a viable carry option, at least for me. But this guy, different story. But yeah, you get the point. So if you are sitting on guns that need the ability to run a red dot, or you just want them to have the ability to run a red dot. So I'm gonna put a link in the description section so you can check out CNH Precision and get some red dot action back on some of your old guns. I like this guy. Doesn't she look pretty? One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.